I'm here to review the 2009 Norwegian Nazi zombie film, Dod Sno, or Dead Snow if that's what you want to call it. So you got a bunch of 20-somethings off on a ski vacation in this sort of remote setting. But little do they know, lurking out there in the snowy wilderness, there are some... And what you get is a very sort of typical slow build-up where we have like people walking around in the dark. There's a bump here, there's a noise here, there's a hoot there. And it's following this same sort of formula that is traditional of all these sort of films. And because this is a European film, a Norwegian film, I would have expected them to sort of not pander to sort of the Hollywood structure so much. But they really do. And aside from the fact that you've got subtitles and they're speaking Norwegian, this could be any number of Hollywood productions. There is that feeling after about half an hour where you just kind of like, you know, if there's a chase somewhere, can we cut to it? I'm ready for the Nazi zombies now. Nazi zombie films, curiously, it's a subgenre on its own. Surf Nazis must die, all this sort of thing. And then when we finally do cut to the chase, predictably our menu of 20-somethings are sort of gradually picked off one by one, as is the case in all these films, and for the most part it sort of plays as a series of homages to sort of better films. There are a few shots in the film that remind you of Edgar Wright and Shaun of the Dead, in as much as you get like fast zooms and quick edits on things like chainsaws and weapons. And yeah, but towards the end, to be honest, it does sort of become the B-movie fun that you want it to be. It's worth remembering that this will be aimed at a very particular crowd, and towards the end it does to some degree satisfy that crowd. Limbs chopped off, geysers of blood, intestines. There are a few moments at the end of the film, and one in particular that is just so absurd that I just had to bow to the insanity, and I must admit I did raise a laugh. The Nazi zombies do actually look quite good as well, and they are quite well framed against that sort of crisp white backdrop of the sort of snowy landscape. But I'd be lying if I said I was completely gripped by this. It was inventive at times, other times ploddingly predictable. Certainly not the worst zombie film I've seen in a long time, but a long way from being the best. I think if you're a fan of zombie films, I think this just about will scrape a 6 out of 10. For everyone else, you're probably more in the sort of 3 or 4 out of 10 territory.